you feel me? Yeah, I'm living the LA life. Niggas know I got the hookup. This here we about to cook up. Feels like your boy is 8'6", and all you niggas gotta look up. Shit, yo, throw some mouth alpha. I'm fucking with your girl 'cause you know the mouth alpha. Every day's a pick, your boy's a showstopper, and all these trips you can stay in the globe trotter.
Whoever that real Detroit nigga is, real Detroit nigga, you know he ain't fake.
He that real Detroit nigga.
You know where he from, right?
Detroit, nigga.
And you know he real, right?
You on Joy Road.
Bro,
I'm just chilling, bro.
Chilling.
I'm 23, cool, love baseball and basketball from Detroit.
What is this,
That's
Tinder,
a bot.
Nick?
That's a bot, my nigga.
Why'd he put from Detroit in his bio, bro?
Like, we couldn't tell?
no, for real. I ain't know.
I'm a real nigga.
Would have never been able to tell.
He graduated in 2015, bro.
Oh,
He's killing it, bro.
Bro, that is so funny, bro.
I'm so mad he put it in his bio. Like, what's the point?
We already know where you're from.
If he had a location,
He needs you to know he's a real
location
nigga from
Detroit, bro, I would have won.
Hell no. Well, shit, let's get into it. It's Recess. Here is always the homeboy DJ Real Dope. You're Marcus Too Raw. And your boy Josh, aka is JTG. We got a squad homie today for W's and L's by the name of Manic Phase. Hitting the Millie Rock on him.
On any block.
On any block. So main topics. So first one, we gotta talk about Pusha versus Young Thug
My God.
and this whole bullshit with Drake.
And Aubrey.
So start it from the start. Give context so when I fire off on niggas, we understand what we talking about.
So Pop Smoke just came out with an album, and I
Dope,
guess
by
the
the way.
deluxe version was supposed to have a song with Pusha T, Young Thug, and Gunna. Pusha T's verse happened to be, you know, taking some shots at Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Young Thug didn't like that shit one bit and decided to air his shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And then that led to some beef.
So don't forget the part where a certain somebody had the track stop from being released, so it's not actually going to be on the album. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Niggas pulling gimmicks because they scared to rap. I thought, what happened to that?
Young Tampax Poppy.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Damn
I think it's so funny that this nigga gets to go on the shop and talk about it, and he gets to throw subliminals on other people's tracks, right? He gets to, because that was on Future's album, right?
Yeah.
Life is Good, okay, that's what I thought. He's allowed to throw shots on other people's tracks, but then when he catches wind of it, he's able to stop it and still seem like the tough guy. Like I have no issues with Drake. He's an amazing rapper, amazing artist. What I have an issue with is you playing the tough guy and then doing shit like this behind the scenes. Like that's not tough.
Yeah.
If you gonna rap, then rap. If Pusha T's verses was weak and all that other shit
Cool,
that you
let
were
it be what it
saying, then
is.
rap.
Yeah, rap, clap back.
Niggas pulling gimmicks because they scared to rap. What happened?
It's
What
the biggest
happened? I'm confused, bro.
All right, I see both ends. I see. So, I agree with you 100% with the Drake thing, because Drake loves beef that is winnable. So when he beefs with The Weeknd, when he beefs with Meek, who's just, you know, street cred more or less at that point, not main like poppin'.
Yeah.
He wants to beef with, you know, Joe Budden, who's, you know, past his popularity prime. You know, Drake loves winnable beefs. That's what I'm saying. And then the one time, you know, he does have someone that's like,
Bully him back.
I mean, because Pusha, I mean, like, Drake tried to clown Pusha, like, by saying he wasn't relevant or whatever, but, like, whenever Pusha drops anything, it's people listen to it. So, I mean, that was irrelevant. Like, I mean, that doesn't, because Pusha's Pusha T, like, but also, so I get you. Like, Drake only loves beef that he can win. And then, but with the Pusha thing, though, like, you killed him. You really killed him with this last shit. We all know it. We just, okay, we forgot about it, but like it's been done. I feel like it should be like over. Like it was Drake ran away, so Pusha, you won. Take your moral victory.
But it's not like he's the one keeping it going though. Drake, like I said, Drake's still been throwing subliminals every chance he got. It's all over the most recent album he just dropped. He's still throwing shots at Pusha T.
I guess I gotta listen to more. I was just listening to his most recent shit with just Drake talking shit. But I guess I see that.
Like to me, I don't have no problems with you burying somebody. Like if I don't like you and it's actual beef, I might come out 20 years later and be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's still fuck you.
Yeah.
It's still fuck you. If it's actual beef.
If it's not some, it's fuck you, fam.
Yeah, if it's not some petty shit that we wasn't really supposed to be arguing over anyways, then yeah, eventually we might get over it. But this is actual beef. This is years in the making through other relationships, through Wayne, through Ye. So this is actual beef. So at this point, you're not gonna drop it. You're still trying to sway public opinion your way, and you won't rap directly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna keep throwing these shots to draw you back out your hole. Is how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
That whole him not dropping the diss tracks of all diss tracks, I'm about to destroy people's careers and shit. Like him saying that shit was the like, cause it's either like, okay, so you took the time out of like OVO. I mean, maybe OVO has unlimited money or whatever, but you took the time out to go and create this track and do everything. And then if it's supposedly like ether squared, then why not? That would have put Drake in a whole different level for like so many old heads or so many people that were hating on Drake because he's too emotional or whatever. If he would have came out here and Nas'd him or like DMX'd him, hardcore shit like that, no one could have. Drake would have been the greatest rapper of all time then. No one could have said shit. No one could have, because like he would be the greatest in every aspect of rap. And then, but then it's all like, then no, you really didn't make this shit. You had Homeboy bail you out.
OVO sweatshop.
It makes me not believe Drake at all. Like I really think that he couldn't come up with anything because he's not gonna out rap Pusha hardcore. What's he gonna say? You don't sell coke again? Like,
And then you're still going behind the scenes and you're trying to stop music from coming out. That's the weakest part of me. Like, that's weak.
And I fuck with Thug heavy, but Drake has these soldiers now that, I mean, these other guys, they like having number ones. And they know that if Drake fucks with you, you're gonna get a number one. Like Young Thug's career blew the fuck up after that verse on What More Life, that with him, but like him being hardcore in a Drake song. Young Thug got his first like hardcore number one album this year. Like he got his first number ones like after he started fucking with Drake and shit like that. So I mean, like, I'm not saying Thug is not hard and shit like that, but I mean, like, mainstream popularity is a whole different thing, and anything Drake touches is, transcendent at this point. So I mean,
my problem with Thug and the way that he went about it, it's like, all right, so you might have felt the way because it was on Pop Smoke's album, Pop Smoke passed away, right? But then you said, like, all right, well, I don't really give a fuck about none of these niggas. I'm not in the beef. But you're choosing the side. Yeah. You can't say you don't care about the beef and you choosing the side.
Very clearly.
Like, you could have just as easily hit Pusha up. Like, hey, look, because everybody hears the final product, right? Everybody knows what's going to be released.
Well, no, sometimes niggas don't hear it, though. That's what I've heard. I've been told, I've seen.
Only certain artists have that power. Like certain people do that, but certain people who are under like labels and shit like they have deadline and they have their people because to know if they sound good or they don't sound good on shit. So like that's another, and especially with it being a post-death album, and it's all run off of just all those albums are just incomplete thoughts anyway that they're just trying to get other artists to get more money for the the past artists. I mean, that's just, I feel like he had to hear, like, of course they had to hear it. Or Thug wouldn't have like said anything if he didn't hear it. So I mean, you know.
And he had to show that he was defending that man, because if he just stayed quiet, it would have been bad.
Yeah, but like, are you that afraid of the repercussions of offending Drake that you can't just sit back and let the shit ride?
Or the lack thereof, nigga.
Yeah, you just gotta come out and be like, oh yeah, you know, I wasn't doing that shit, and I wouldn't have did that if that was me. I don't respect it. Pusha T don't give a fuck about your respect.
For sure.
He's not checking for your respect. Mind you were only on the track because Pusha T requested you be on it.
Exactly.
My nigga, you only have a voice to speak on this situation off the strength of Pusha T.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's what a lot of people, I feel like so much of any industry is just so much of just taking sides, and then people just feel like, you know, they have to take a certain side and just like, bro, just rap.
Just rap, nigga.
I'm not saying, you know, shut up and dribble, but just rap, bro.
Just rap. So speaking of rap beef, we got T.I. who decided to call out 50 Cent to a versus battle. And then that led to a whole bunch of shit. Thoughts?
I've been saying this all day, or all weekend really. I feel like 50 Cent's catalog is a bit overstated.
Let's talk about
It's a
it.
bit overstated.
You hate Curtis, man.
No, I don't hate Curtis.
You kind of hate
Many
it.
Men, Wish Death Upon Me.
What
is one of my
song?
Many
favorite
Men was a
songs ever.
person.
Bro, that first album is like unobjectively, it's one of the greatest pieces of music to ever be created. Like, you know, one of the greatest pieces of art. Like, it's one of the greatest pieces of just art, period. And like, but I agree.
It's just a bit overstated. Like,
Many Men, 21 Questions, Wanksta, In the Club.
all of those are off of Get Rich or Die Trying.
Are they really?
Yes, all of those are off of Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh,
Not
shit.
even the bangers, not even the singles. Heat and Patiently Waiting. The other song with Tony Yayo, like, bro, that whole album is every song.
It's 19 tracks of heat. Period. It's 19 tracks of heat. But then you move on a little bit, and it's like it's not like that. It doesn't continue on like that, especially when you get to the back half of his career.
Sure. Sure, the back half is a little lacking, but
And I don't think
artists.
But I don't think
back half
Tip has
is not
hit
lacking.
that steep decline yet.
He hasn't been dropping nothing, though.
He hasn't. So
He hasn't dropped since like he's been doing guest features and shit. But I was reading this thing, like, he hasn't dropped a project. He hasn't dropped a collection of songs since 2015.
his peak was Urban Legend and King.
Which was what?
Oh,
Or
we're talking
6
about
or
T.I.
7.
now. I thought we were talking about 50 stuff. Like,
Oh shit.
I mean, but the same thing applies though. Same thing applies.
Yeah.
Like if 50's last album that he put out, so it did 124,000, bro. Did 124,000 domestically.
Domestically.
It's pretty good.
You know what I mean? That's
pretty good.
but
Considering new
but,
artists are coming out only doing
yeah, T.I. shit, bro.
30,
like,
40,000.
for
Urban
50
Legend,
Cent, for somebody who went 9 times platinum with one of his albums,
But
that's
no-
pretty good.
Nobody's going platinum these days anymore.
He's about to list some albums, so he said Urban Legend, what else?
Go ahead, yeah.
Urban Legend, T.I. versus like T.I.P. Like, I'm trying to think of some other T.I. album. Like, bro, like his first like few shits all in a row was fire. I mean, like, they may not have been all fire front to back, like Get Rich or Die Trying, but like he had a lot of like, I like Do It. The one song with Wyclef, like, You Know What It Is. Bro, like T.I. has some fucking heat, bro.
He does.
Like, and I'm not saying that, you know. See, I gotta look, bro. Like, T.I. has some real bangers, bro.
But then T.I. goes from the whole 50 Cent and says, you know what, actually, I really need somebody like Wayne or Jay-Z. Do you know you'll get your dumbass killed?
No,
Do
yeah.
you know you'll get your dumbass killed?
Now he reaching a little bit.
You know what
Now
I
he
mean?
reaching a lot of bit.
Wait, he really said that shit?
Yeah. You know you're getting dumbass killed out
He's
here.
smoking dust.
Well, I think that was more of a shot at 50 than an actual challenge to Jay-Z or Wayne.
But he might.
Yeah.
But he said it.
He's going to lose to 50.
I think he can stand up. He can compete.
stand with
He
50.
can compete with
He can
50.
absolutely compete with
He
50.
can't.
I think he could beat. Like I think he could game 5, game 6 beat 50. But if he's going against Wayne or
Jay-Z, that's
I'm not even a Wayne fan when I
No,
can say
that's
that.
not
I'm not
even
even a Wayne fan. That's the crazy part about it.
Wayne's gonna play some shit from T.I. and then fuck around and play his version of it and beat you.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even, that's ignorant for him to say on all aspects. Even if you want to disrespect 50 Cent, bro, like the worst one was the French Montana versus K-Dot.
Or Akon? Or Tory Lanez? Didn't you want Tory
Nah,
Lanez?
French said he wanted to go at Kendrick.
Man, sit the fuck
I
down.
know you joking.
Hey, sit the fuck
I
down,
know
French.
you joking.
No, French said
Like literally, someone asked him the question, like when he was, it was like some paparazzi shit or whatever. It's like, yeah, you know, I think I could go up against him. We got hit for hit, and I almost like
Niggas is smoking work. Niggas are smoking work. What?
Yeah, no,
What
he
planet
really-
are we living on that
he
French
said that
Montana
shit.
can
That
stand
nigga
up
is
with K-Dot?
smoking
y'all missed
dust.
that whole thing?
Yeah, I didn't see
Wow.
that.
Is that how you end up battling Tory Lanez?
I don't know nothing about the Tory Lanez shit.
That's more his lane. Tory Lanez, French Montana.
Yeah,
Tory Lanez might fuck around and beat the fuck
Nah.
out of him.
are still smoking right now, though.
Yeah.
When they did it, French had him though. Because Tory Lanez was playing whack shit.
Oh.
I mean, like I can think of Pop That in the song.
This dude is wild, son.
Bro,
Ball drop.
Tell me another French Montana song right now.
Pop that ball drop,
Ball
shot
drop.
calling.
Any song with a
Was
feature.
Marble Floors his or that was
That's
Ross?
Ross.
That was Ross.
No, that was one of his albums.
It was on Mac and Cheese.
Just
Okay.
a French Montana song. Like,
Yo, French can't make a hit without nobody else. He has to have a feature.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Unforgivable or Unforgettable.
Yep, Sway Lee.
that was Future, right? With him.
Sway Lee.
Sway Lee. Exactly. And then the other Future pop hit was because Future sang the hook. So it was just like,
Yeah, French, you gotta sit down, bro. K-Dot, come on,
I'm
bro.
gonna put it
Come
like
on,
this.
man.
I'm gonna say it like this. Had Max B not got locked up, French Montana would not even be a
exist.
conversation. Had Max Bickerville been a free man. That's all I'm gonna say.
bro,
Respectfully, disrespectfully.
if Max B still with that,
Yep.
if he didn't get resurfaced Max B in like what 2013, 2014 like type shit, then still French Montana would 100% not be here. Like, cause I didn't hear anything after Pop That for real. Like that's the last French Montana song I downloaded it to my phone. Like no cap.
Don't stop, don't stop. That song was fire for that the whole summer.
Yeah.
You had Ross, you had Prime Ross, you had Prime Wade, and you had up and coming Drake, and you had Uncle Luke sample. Like, bro, with the chorus. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of.
And he had all the cheat codes on that one.
Yeah,
If you fuck that up, then
yeah. I mean, and his verse wasn't whack, but you know, you got bodied by everyone else.
real talk.
shout out French Montana.
Hell no. So last week we discussed August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. This week, Jada decided to bring herself to the Red Table Talk and discuss her what was the word for it?
Entanglement.
Entanglement.
Not August.
With
all. Don't call me by my nickname. Call me by my last name.
Was it just me, or was they sunning this nigga the whole interview?
Yeah, they were.
They was sunning him the whole.
Yeah, they
you know,
were.
I mean, I had a little thing with Og, and
High key.
you know, I was just trying to make him a better person and trying to bring him along. And I realized that through me trying to fix him, I was really trying to fix myself. And you know, I just really couldn't do that. That's why I came back to you, Will. Bad marriage for life.
That nigga Will was gonna cry in the car.
I couldn't, bro. That was like that made me not want to get married.
Yo, fam, didn't that scare you?
That's some wild shit.
At the end of the day, like you can like I'm just a regular ass nigga at the end of the day. This man is Will
Smith.
That's the Fresh Prince.
Will Smith.
And this man, like, bro, we already know that Will Smith can get. He can pull my mom, bro. He can pull anything, bro. That's like, bro, Will Smith.
Yes.
And then this woman is like, and then I just have seen so many. I mean, shout out women, you know, nothing. But y'all gotta quit defending this awful, messy situation.
It's
Because if Will Smith was fucking around with some young R&B girl, just like, oh, she was sick. I just wanted to. No one's hearing that.
Personal earth. Everything about Will Smith would be toxic. He'd be getting canceled.
Would have been no one would have been watching Men in Black anymore. Wild Wild West. No one would have been watching nothing.
Shark Tales.
This whole situation would have been something completely different had this been Will. Will fucked around, told everybody he fucked Meg Thee Stallion. Niggas would have lost their minds.
For sure.
Niggas would have lost their minds.
Especially if they would have put it like, oh, she was sick and I was just trying to bring her in.
They be like, no, you took advantage of her.
Right.
You took advantage of your position. It's toxic.
Exactly. You're Will Smith. You're so much bigger than that. Like, you should know she's up and coming. Like, you know? And then I love the fact that before the Red Talk, that people were like, women were hardcore saying they had an open relationship. Will granted her permission. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Do you think that this man really was like, you have my blessing to be in our home and be with this? Like, bro.
That's the part that I seen about it. I was like, all right, so at first we were thinking it was like well, they just fuck other people while they're still together thing. And that made it seem so much more salacious. And then to hear the reality of it, like, all right, well, we was about to get divorced. We was separated. I didn't think he was ever coming back. So it makes it seem so much more normal than what he was trying to say in that interview with Angela Yee.
But hear her ass, I just wanted to feel good again.
Oh, get the fuck off.
What you mean? You disrespected me on the table I built?
Right.
You want to feel good again? I'm about to throw you across this table.
This man, every time he posts an Instagram video, I feel good as fuck, bro. You get to wake up to that shit every day. Like, bro, this man inspires me to tell me how great I am every day. And you, like, and like the fact that he was like, I'm done with you. Like, he was the one that was like, I'm trying to, like, the work on yourself thing. Like, I'm doing this for us, like, type shit. And then she goes and
fucks August Alsina. And the funniest shit about all of that was that once he realized that he wasn't winning that situation anymore, here you go talking shit to Keke Palmer. Here you go talking shit to Keke Palmer. Like, hey, you leave Tequila and the B alone.
On blood.
You leave her the fuck alone. Nah, bro, own this shit. Yeah. You was a side nigga. You wanted more. You got broken up with in the discussion. In the discussion. Now you trying to roll all this shit out to sell an album.
Don't talk to Keke like that, my nigga.
So this is the messiest, most disrespectful, because, you know, they were probably on starting to really work through this shit hard. Because there are people at the end of the day. This shit sucks. This is a messy situation. She fucked her son's friend. And like this is a messy, in any other world, this is a messy situation, bro.
Really? Help.
And
y'all nurture this nigga.
You
This nigga needed help and you hyped him up. You let him beat mom.
I thought you were gonna give him a volume or something. You gave him the buns.
You wait, we'll see your mom. You see this nigga in your pop's robe. Like, what's going on?
This nigga waiting on your door in the middle of the night.
Like, hey, we're on a family vacation together.
Jane, bro, you ain't never gonna believe what just happened, bro.
bro, my bad, but.
Oh shit!
I can't play that PlayStation
Hawaii.
That's trash. That's
Bro,
extra
it's
trash.
such a shitty, no matter what way you put it, man, woman, that's the thing. That's all I want is like, bro, people just got to take accountability, and that's a shitty situation.
That's what people don't have is accountability. That's the problem.
And then now, the internet has this new word for everyone to just be more toxic, and it just doesn't help anything. Like I said, people fuck up. People, like, I'm not perfect. I don't know anything about being married or anything like that. But I feel like this whole situation has just made everything worse. Like, I mean, I don't know what happened. Like I said, bro, we're all on Twitter. We don't know these people. We're just everybody at the end of the day.
Can anybody explain what entanglement means, please, for me? Well,
Fuck
she
woman
pulled
cheeks.
that word. She pulled that word out of her ass.
It means fucking.
She was
It
like,
means I was fucking August, and I didn't really want it to go any further than that, but he extra emotional, so I had to cut it off. That's what it sounded like to me.
That's what it is. That's crazy.
Shout out August album though. I know some people that worked on it. Shout out EMAC. But you know,
Oh, it's out?
It's been up.
Okay.
You from Ohio, so you might fuck with this next topic. The Big Ten is going to only play conference games. So no big games leading up to the conference schedule.
Washington, Michigan is canceled. Wisconsin, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oregon. Just to name a few, some real big
Huge
games.
games.
College football.
Is that to cut back on like spreading the Roni or something? Or like,
Yep.
I'm not a Big Ten hater, but this is just better for them because every Big Ten team blows it out of a conference game every season, and it fucks them up for the playoff seeding. They always want to lose to a SEC school, a random ass shit, oh my gosh, what is Wisconsin does it every year, Michigan does it every year if they don't lose to, besides them losing to Ohio State, and then Ohio State does it every year too. So it's just like, hey, now this will maybe help them out more for the playoffs. I don't know. See who. Because the Big Ten, I feel like, is the best conference, like hardcore.
It's going to be interesting to see what the other conferences do. Because what if the SEC and the ACC say, no, fuck it, we're going to play a 12-game schedule? Then what do? If you got a 10-win Ohio State team, they're 10-0, and then you got somebody on the bubble from the ACC that's 12-0, like Clemson, then how do you judge that? How do you say Ohio State is more deserving to get in? They only play the 10-game schedule.
You still have to just look at strength of schedule hardcore. Like, this is where it really matters. Because, look at Alabama and Clemson every year. Georgia, Auburn every year always have one or two fucking shit games against some colleges that are some kids that are happy to be there, type shit. Like, we're playing up against Alabama and they get their shit rocked 63-3, 58-10. They have, they'll play a Kent State every once in a while, It's like shit like that. So it's just like, now this is going to make this is going to make every game that much more important. So then that also makes it way more important for the Big Ten teams because it shows then, oh, wow, this is like the true winner because like it's such a tough conference. And then like if you come out 10-0 from that, then you're a dog. And then it doesn't matter if you play, the FBS, like what was the one school in the NCAA games with the Dragon?
FCS. Why are you laughing? Ohio State really played them niggas though.
Chill,
like
bro.
in real life.
Chill, bro.
They
We
really
always
played
play a
them
hard
niggas.
team.
They really played them niggas in real
We play
life.
a hard non-conference team.
The UCCCL Lafayette, like JV team. Like, bro, like.
I'm not saying we don't play
Buffalo.
a cupcake team here and there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But we was about to whoop on Oregon, though.
Sure.
Y'all was about to lose to Washington, though.
Sure. Let's go with that.
I'm not an Ohio State fan. At the end, I don't really care about college. I just like watching sports, especially for college. Like, I'm really mad at this last Ohio State shit. They lost me some bread, and like I was really pulling for them against Clemson, and they lost me some bread. So now I'm kind of off on them. So that they gotta.
This really begs the question, like, is this the first announcement to the next announcement being, all right, there's no
We're
college
not
football?
doing football. But, I mean, that's what Gene Smith was talking about.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
definitely next.
It's not looking too good as of right now. They just sent out an alert about Franklin County having some spikes of the Rona. So
Yeah, level 3.
It's crazy. It's like the NFL's they're really trying to. They have to pull through like with this shit because there's so much money on the line. College football, there's now since colleges are like not really affecting as colleges, so I feel like that cuts out a lot of the costs and shit like that. But the NFL, they still got to pay these niggas millions of dollars. They still got to pay everybody millions of dollars. They still have to run like all this shit, and the owners still have to like pay their employees. Like there's still a lot more shit. So it's just like
That's the biggest thing nobody is talking about though, because right now, well, I guess I'll get to that when we get to the dubs and nails, but we don't know if kids are gonna be in school in the fall.
No.
yeah.
So if they're not going to school, that means they can't graduate, which means that they can't go to the NFL, which definitely means that they can't play football. So that fucks up college football and the NFL because now you can't have a draft.
True.
Yeah. This is going to change the being eligible for the draft. And it sucks because I feel like the XFL was going to be the perfect thing to lead into this, like a G League situation. I really wish the NFL would have like took care of the XFL like how it was, like because they need the NFL's draft system. I feel like is broken. Like spending 3 years at a thing. Like I feel like it's going to have to change things because like people are still going to need NFL players, and if colleges are really not going to do things, like they're still going to have to draft people. Like are we just not going to have like unless they're just not going to have a draft? Which,
Yeah, and even if you're like a junior, if you give up this entire season, you don't have the game film, right? You don't have the notoriety to just enter the draft missing your entire junior season.
Yeah.
So like, how are you gonna have a draft?
Judge a nigga from high school.
Right.
see, that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to start doing. They need to start having like a development league, like the G League, like baseball, like soccer, bro. Because that's why the NBA is thriving right now, because they get all these people they can get anyone from anywhere now. You can test them out, you can groom them. Then same thing with baseball, bro. Like the NFL is a broken system with that shit, because then even if you have all the tape and shit like that, then you end up drafting a nigga like Jamarcus Russell. Then
Nice.
and it still doesn't work out. So then it's not that big of a risk. Then you don't have to shoot for you don't have, like every NFL draft pick has to be a home run because you only have 7, and each of these 7 people have to change like the position that they get drafted for. Like it's so much more intense, I feel like, because there's so many more players, like, but they need to either make the draft longer and have a development league, or I don't know, who am I? I don't know. I feel like Roger Goodell sucks at his job.
For sure. Last main topic we got, a little bit of sad news. Everything that's going on with Naya Rivera, actress who was on Glee. I believe she was Aaliyah in one of the docuseries. Unfortunately, had an issue with a boat that she was on. Do you remember where that was?
I don't remember where. I think that it was reported that adjacent boat traveling kind of stopped and noticed that her son was on the boat by himself, and that the adult life jacket on the boat was there, and her mom was nowhere to be seen. So she's been missing for some time now, and they're presuming,
a couple days.
Yeah, probably presuming her dead at this point, which is pretty sad. It's kind of tragic, man, because it's like she's the 3rd person to die off of that show. To die off of Glee. Like,
Yeah.
that's
I didn't even think
Who's
about
that?
the main character,
Corey Monteith?
Monteague or something like that. And I don't want to kill nobody else, so I'll look it up before I say it. I want to say it's the wheelchair guy, but I don't know.
I haven't watched Glee.
But yeah, no, they said that was the 3rd person to die off of Glee.
That shit's insane.
Yeah, it is crazy, man, because it's like she's out in the ocean. If she fell over, you'll never find her, probably.
I mean, of course it's done now. It's such a bad situation because, like, she was just coming into her prime, like, with shit. It's like she could have done whatever, like, had a kid, like, with her, like, it sucks.
The worst thing that I got from it was a lot of news sources were citing her as Big Sean's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
And it's like, you're just dismissing the
Her entire career.
Yeah, or what she worked for, just to say that.
Really, Big Sean said that my new girl's on Glee and shit, and she's making more money than me and shit. like she had her own She had her own shit. That's a direct fucking. What song is that from?
That's
I got
Blessed?
problems, but
Yeah, All Me.
All Me from Drake.
All Me.
Yeah. See, exactly. Like that's bad. Just I hate when super tragic situations happen and then people always try to deflect it to someone else. And not deflect it in a bad way, but just like they're putting this news on like and they're still trying to just associate it with that for like more views and more shit like that. And that's just so shitty. Because like they're a person too. Like
So definitely hold out hope that, you know, she turns out somewhere. I guess they haven't found a body, so it's not official yet.
all right, y'all. I gotta head out. But this has been so lit. Thank you for having me. Whenever you want me back again. And I've been watching, you know, every episode. Been liking the episodes on YouTube.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, dog. Sure.
But yeah, thank you for having me.
Check out Manic Phase Part 2. Be on the lookout for that.
Stream it, please. We're trying to go crazy. I'm trying to just make as much noise as possible and give everyone, you know, as much gas as possible because, bro, we can all do this shit. Bro, I'm Breslin from Ohio at the end of the day. And like, we can do dope shit. So, you know, everybody can. Like, you know, we can all eat out here. But peace out, y'all. Thank you for this. This was dope as fuck. Invite me back whenever.
Hey, man.
All right,
Bro, be up. Be safe.
You safe,
Peace
peace.
out, y'all.
Peace.
So with that being said, W's and L's. Let's get it. Let's go first.
I won first last time.
All right. Did you?
Yeah.
Shit.
I was about to say, did he?
I just watched it this morning.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
nigga.
So I got one dub this week. I guess we'll start there. I'm giving a dub to Complex News for getting Axe weak ass up out of here.
Bomb
Giving him a long vacation, unpaid. For just all the bullshit that's been going on. Like he was getting a little too full of himself, a little too out there. So
humble little nigga.
enjoy your vacation. You know, sit down for a while,
Sit down
reflect.
for a long while. Have
You know what I
several
mean?
seats.
They probably saved you from getting smacked. So you know
Oh,
what I
for
mean?
sure, from getting your ass beat.
Getting your ass beat. So, and that probably wouldn't have been a good look on them anyway. So, shout out to Complex for doing what the fuck they needed to do.
1,000%.
I got a couple of L's going out. First one is going out to Trump and Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't do much unless she's destroying people's lives in education.
Is that what she was doing here?
So she, along with Donald Trump, are putting pressure on schools and universities that do not plan to reopen in the fall, threatening to pull federal funding. So this is sick in two ways for me. Number one is sick because you are forcing people to go back into public places, for public schools, into jam-packed classrooms that are already overfilled, overcrowded. Right. You know, I've heard some of the people talking about, oh, well, they'll do, you know, 2 days on, 2 days off. What about the teachers? So essentially, you're forcing us into another teacher strike. And then it's also nasty because where do you think Betsy DeVos, being the champion of private and charter schools, all that funding that she's going to be pulling away from public schools and universities, where the fuck do you think it's going to go? Probably I would hope not. Probably charter schools and private schools.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's what her family has made a lot of money off of. Just trash, bro. Just altogether trash. Trump, he came out and said a lot of the same things that Betsy DeVos was saying. People are doing it for political reasons and they want to stay closed for political reasons. No, they don't want their kids to catch coronavirus, bro.
And then spread it amongst their family.
They don't want the teachers don't want to catch coronavirus.
What's so hard to grasp about that?
Yeah, it's really not. It's not going to stop people from getting education because they have to do it from home. People get homeschooled all the fucking time, and I'm of the thinking that I got to travel this upcoming week, so like. I'm not one of those people that say, oh, well, look, we need to hunker down and just stay inside forever until there's a vaccine. Because we may never have a vaccine. Mm-hmm. And understand that at a certain point, we do need to start going out, buying, spending, trying to do regular things in the economy safely. for the betterment of the country. But that's the key part, doing it safely.
Responsibly.
Just forcing people to go back to work or go back to school because your poll numbers are shit is extremely irresponsible. It's going to cost people their lives. So definitely getting an L for both of them on that. They can share that one. Second L is going out to Mr. Kenny the Jet Smith.
Damn, what can he do?
Bro, I don't know what he was probably smoking the same work that T.I. was smoking when he said he wanted to go against Jay-Z and Lil Wayne.
He's smoking that KP?
When he went up.
Yeah, and that. Yeah. So apparently, not only is LeBron James, 3-time champion, 4-time MVP, LeBron James is not in the top 5 all time. Kobe the Bean Bryant isn't top 10. Like, bruh, look, I get it. Older niggas like to cap for older niggas, though. So we're caping for Bill Russell and Oscar Robinson and Wilt Chamberlain and George Mikan and Jerry West and all the guys that came before us. I understand that. I get it. There are not 10 athletes that I can say are better than Kobe Bryant. There aren't 10 athletes I can say that are better than LeBron James. I feel like they take it just a little too far. Because I'm not one of those guys that says, oh, LeBron is the greatest ever over Michael Jordan. I'm definitely not. Y'all listen enough to know that that's not how I feel. But 10 out of top 10? Kobe Bryant not even in the top 10?
The two men who are 3 and 4 in scoring all time?
All time. I would like to hear. I didn't see what his actual list was, but guys like Larry Bird or Bill Russell, they played in a different athletic era. They were great players, and that's something that you cannot take away from them. Greatness is greatness regardless of the era that they played in. But in terms of athleticism, like Bill Russell was fortunate to play in a league where he went up in the championship, in the finals, went up against the same guy 10 times in a row. Went up against the same 7-foot guy 10 times in a row. It's two motherfuckers, one is 6'11", one is 7 foot, and y'all play each other 10 times in a row. Like that
just doesn't happen.
That should say something.
I would hope
about,
you would beat this nigga at least once.
You know what I mean? That should say something. Well, he beat him 8 times, but I think that says something about the level of competition at least. You know what I mean? Same thing with guys like Jerry West, who's the logo, right? You can't take nothing away from Jerry West.
Absolutely.
But what would Jerry West be able to do with a Kobe Bryant or a Dwayne Wade defensively?
Absolutely nothing.
Come on, man. Let's just be real.
Keep it real with yourself.
What would Larry Bird be able to do with LeBron James defensively? What would he be able to do with Kevin Durant defensively?
Call him that word.
What would he be able to do with Giannis Antetokounmpo defensively? Like, and I hate taking this stance because I'm other thinking that like defense was played harder back then, but just with lesser athletes. Yep. You didn't have 7 foot tall. Imagine Bill Russell being able to bring the ball up court and shoot threes. That's what we're dealing with when we're talking about Giannis or KD. You just didn't have that type of player in those eras. So to automatically put those guys over a LeBron or a Kobe is almost as short-sighted as leaving them out of the conversation altogether. He's kind of working against his own argument by being dismissive of the greats of recent years. So he gets an L from me on that.
He deserves it.
No, that's it for me.
That's it?
Yeah.
Shit, that was a quick list.
We got 3.
You thought that was quick?
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm done. Let me stop. I have one. No, I have 2. No, I got one of one.
Okay.
First dub, I'm going to give to this black man, this brother on Twitter by the name of Demir Johnson, Tada_Johnson. This guy owns the first black-owned barbershop in Bowling Green.
That's dope.
Nice.
Gotta salute you for that.
Very nice.
I'm going to say, my nigga.
Matter of fact, you tweeted it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I retweeted it from the pod.
I needed you 10 years ago, fam. We're making all them trips on BG on Fridays and Saturdays. My handline was looking a little crazy, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't get the barber before we hit the road. I needed you, but hey, shout out to that man.
Shout out.
And my only L, which kind of good, it wasn't light week. Not too many people doing and saying dumb shit. goes to Marky_Do. Got a picture of Dame Lillard tatted. But the tattoo does not look like Dame Lillard.
That shit look like 2 Bit.
He looks like 2 Bit. He looks like 2 Bit. I'm about to send it to the chat right now. So I gotta give you a big ass funky dog L. You getting 2 Bit tatted and a Blazers outfit. You stupid mother effer. What's wrong with you?
That shit is wild.
Bro, I know they draw them joints out before they
let you see it. They let you see it.
Like, you knew damn well that shit didn't look like no fucking Dame Lillard.
Niggas start singing 50 Cent. Why I look like that? Nah, chill out.
Nah, chill out.
Chill out.
Wait till I'm finished, man. That's a little time.
Hey, yo, turn up power.
Damn, that nigga 2 Bit always look mad. Hold that real quick.
Hell no. Oh shit, that was a short ass list.
Hell yeah.
Alright, well then let me do my long ass list.
Oh shit.
It's not that long.
What are the odds?
It is what it is. So my dubs. First dub goes to Nina Turner.
Shout out Nina Turner.
I'm surprised that you didn't come up with this one. So
What Nina do?
are you guys aware of
messing?
Yeah, yes you did. If you guys are aware of Will and Grace at all, I don't know why you really would be.
I know of it.
Yeah, I've seen commercials.
Grace is the actress by Deborah Messing, who goes by Deborah Messing.
Can't see y'all niggas like Will and Grace.
Deborah Messing decided to tweet some crazy ass shit about Kanye running for president.
Oh hell.
So she decided to tweet that Kanye is only running for president to help his buddy Donald Trump by getting young black voters to vote for Kanye instead of voting for Joe Biden. So apparently Deborah Messing thinks that young black voters are idiots because they won't vote for Joe Biden as opposed to a nigga like Kanye. Nina Turner showed up and decided to tell her all the things that was wrong with that. She went off on Deborah Messing. She clearly went off on Deborah Messing and told her all the things that were racist with her tweets, alongside with the fact that they were just wrong. So yeah, Nina Turner definitely deserves a dub. I'm gonna post those tweets here in the podcast.
Shout out to them.
I was glad that she posted that, honestly. Deborah Messing, I mean. I was glad because I really want people to start seeing that there is racism in white liberals as well. Like,
1,000%.
not a conservative. I don't fancy myself conservative in any way, shape, or form except for the Second Amendment. But I do believe in gun control, common sense gun control.
Word.
But I was glad that she put that out there because people need to really start understanding how our two-party system works, right? Like, conservatives hate leftist progressive ideas, but so do Democrats. They don't want you to have or to be equal any more than conservatives do. They just have they have the wit to try to make it seem like they're with you in your plight when they're doing it. When they're, sleight of hand, the 3-card Monty. They showing you this when they fucking you over here.
Oh, that reminds me of something else.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about. But
boy.
to go along with that point, it seems like a lot of times white liberals want us to, like, they're trying to herd us
into thinking a certain way.
Specifically vote a certain way.
Yeah.
When it comes to like white swing voters, for example, it's we gotta persuade them to get out and vote for our guy. But niggas, you better get out there and vote for our guy.
And you know what? It's funny because when we were making that argument months ago, saying, "Hey, don't vote the Alzheimer patient in as your candidate because he'll lose to Trump," then nobody wanted to hear it. It was like, "Oh no, you're a Trump voter. Oh, you want Trump to win." And then it's like now Kanye West comes out and he says he's running for president, and now all of a sudden I can't vote for Kanye West because it's going to get Trump elected, and that was the plan. First of all, Kanye, the most recent political things that I've seen him had going on was him in the White House with a MAGA hat. So explain to me how that's pulling away Trump voters. or excuse me, Biden voters.
Yeah.
Why would a Biden voter vote for Kanye West? Wouldn't a Trump supporter be more likely to vote for Kanye West? I'm confused.
Make that make
Doesn't
sense.
Kanye also have white fans that would
Right.
probably vote for
You know
him?
what I'm saying? Like, every Kanye West fan is black. Because blacks follow blacks. Black. Where's the Kente Cloths?
Right.
Go my bag real quick.
You want to talk about the 3-card money video that we saw on Twitter?
Man, yeah, I meant to give an L to that dumbass girl out in Cali on what, Melrose?
Hey, I'm gonna give her some bail, bro, because they got her, bro.
But
They
that's
got
how
her
3-card
ass.
money works. Niggas is
No,
always...
I'm saying it was a group of niggas.
That's usually what happens. It's always...
So you mean to tell me you would you?
No. But see, I'm not
Okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying though.
I'm not
Anybody, if you go a tourist to another city, as soon as you see the nigga with the cards or the dice, there's a nigga with dreads. There's usually a nigga in an arm, like in a peacoat, army jacket or whatever, and it'd be too hot for the jacket. And the nigga that's constantly rubbing his hands and tapping you on the shoulder like you should do it, encouraging you, fam, that's the jig. And as soon as niggas start
How much am I
closing
putting
in,
up? 55?
as soon as the
That's
four
right.
niggas start, listen, as soon as the three motherfuckers start getting close to you, oh nah, bail out. Take what you didn't, you quote unquote won, and bounce. As soon as them niggas hover around you, B.
You guys got me fucked up.
No, you got yourself fucked up.
You got yourself fucked
My dad's gonna kill me. You damn
You
scared.
damn
You
right.
damn
They
scared.
cleared out so fast.
The one nigga in the hoodie, he was like,
They was out.
You're like, yeesh.
They knew it was going down, bro. They was all in on it.
Like, damn, but you ain't never seen no cartoons. You ain't seen no hood movies. You ain't seen nothing.
you ain't watched
Bro,
that
You ain't know this shit was a scam. Come on, bro.
SB, you probably got an episode in the beginning with a nigga doing that.
Some random nigga on the street playing card games or whatever the fuck that shit was asked you to bet $5,500.
Where did she get the
Her
5,500?
dad, and you just got the bread on you like that.
Like, my nigga, I don't care if he asked you to bet it on a Be White contest. Ain't no fucking way I'm about to stop on this street and bet you $5,500.
Hell no.
And you don't know nobody over here.
I'm gonna just throw her a little bit of bail because she probably felt a little pressure. There's a lot of Black Lives Matter shit going on. She probably felt like she was gonna get labeled a racist.
Okay, be a racist again.
Get
Nobody
racist.
Keep your 5,500.
Nigga, I wouldn't tell nigga don't. What the fuck is you talking about?
Hell no.
Yeah,
That was
some
some
bullshit.
wild shit.
That was some bullshit.
That was some wild shit.
Dumbass.
My last dub goes to none other than Jill Scott. Because there was a NFL player, I forget his name at the top of my head.
His name don't matter.
It's Kyle something or something.
Kyle, the stupid dumbass.
Some bench warmer. He decided to tell or ask everybody what is so attractive about Jill Scott
That's why Jill Scott was trending though.
for 2 days straight.
Okay.
He decided to ask what was so attractive about Jill Scott. Jill Scott got it.
What's
Yeah.
not attractive about her?
Right.
Listen, I will walk on hot coals and glass to get a hug and a sniff.
Jill Scott.
What a hug! Just to look me in the eye and say hi.
You know what I
You
mean?
ain't gotta do nothing else.
Like even if you're not into, she's a little thicker.
You
Even if
gotta
you're
be
not
a different
into-
type of nigga to not at least find Jill Scott
Fam.
attractive.
It's the positivity.
Yeah.
It's the positive vibes. Like you've never seen Jill Scott give off negative vibes,
Negative
and even
vibes.
if she's gotten close, it
She
still
don't
had
do
a
it.
positive air about it.
Just imagine her giving you a pep talk. Be just listen to that voice like. Yo,
And
Jill
then give you a
Scott,
smile at the end, you know what I
I'm gonna
mean?
put my number at the bottom of this.
And let's not forget the video, the joint, the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just moved to Cali, haven't checked out the valley. Me and my niggas stay working because we want it so badly. Don't got time to go out, but tonight I just might. To this taco spot, dish said to be popping all night. Man, these hoes out here, they a different breed. 100 pair of shoes, motherfucker, I'm a centipede. Watch your chick, man, cause I know that she into me. All up in my DMs like she tryna fucking send me memes. But yeah, I'm 3 steps up, like a casino. I'm fucking getting head while sipping on cappuccinos. Hey girl, let's make a movie, see it at a Regal. Say hello to my little friend, you know Al Pacino. My flow should be illegal, my nigga. Life in the fast lane, I'm talking Eagles, my nigga. I'm fucking fecal, my nigga. Hey, I'm a big deal, my nigga. Well, not for real, my nigga, but you feel my nigga soon. You feel me? Yeah, I'm living the LA life. And I made it this far, and it's not all I'ma do. I've been waiting for this shit all my life.
What don't you understand, baby? I'm the man. Get it poppin', ain't a Zen world in my hands. I don't give a damn about your plans, thinking circumstance. Finna blow your chance with a ram with the opportunity. Sorry, Kelly, we got my ego motherfucking boosted. I don't see another nigga who you wanna choose with. Why you refuse to comply for another guy? Why try? Ain't a nigga fly as I can't say bye, bye, bye. We ain't in sync. There's some distinct stuff between us that ain't in sync. Say I walk around like my shit don't stink. Well, I don't think so. I'm such an uppity Negro. I can't save a hoe. Sorry, I ain't no hero. Got 0 fucks to give. Yeah, I'm about the Nero. Yo, I'm thinking you should be all about me. Cause I mean, I'm the prettiest nigga that you ever seen, right?
You feel me? Yeah, I'm living the LA life. And I made it this far, and it's not all I'ma do. I've been waiting for this shit all my life.